Hold up.
Hi, I hope you're having a great day and I hope you had a great weekend. Today I want to talk about a problem that's emerging all over the news and people are scared. Okay, heart problems, cardiac arrests, heart attacks post-COVID. Okay, the whole point is we got to relax, number one, no fear. We need to understand why this is happening. Okay, the science that's coming out right now and most of the reports from doctors are people who have gone through COVID are experiencing this. The first thing is if you experience any of the symptoms, get yourself checked immediately. We don't have to panic. We don't have to act from a space of fear. What we need to understand, there is always something that can be done. But the earlier you address the symptoms and the root cause, the better it is for you. Chest pain, tightness in the chest. Some of us say, oh, I'm acidic. It's probably acidity. I ate too much. If it's persisting, use your gut instinct and get yourself checked up. Shortness of breath, pain, numbness in the jaw area, tightness in the neck, coldness in the arms and in the legs, pain in the jaw and the throat, upper abdomen and back. You know something's wrong with you when you know something's wrong with you, if you're mindful enough. The point is, doctors are advising you to get these symptoms checked up immediately, especially if you've gone through COVID. This could happen a month later, it could happen 3 months later. The problem is inflammation, like always. Any cardiac arrest, any heart problem, whether you had COVID or you don't have COVID, whether you're young or whether you're elderly, it is caused by inflammation. Okay, a lot of people look at their lipid profiles and say, oh, I have great cholesterol levels, I'll never have a heart attack, and they ignore these symptoms. Heart attacks are not because of cholesterol alone. They're because of several other factors. Stress being at the top, sleep deprivation, poor diet, overtraining, undertraining, and so many other issues which we're going to talk about. But coming back to the whole COVID thing, there are even kids, 18 years old, 19 years old, who are facing these symptoms. What should you do if you face these symptoms? Go and get yourself checked up. Your doctor will probably get you an ECG done and a 2D echo and a stress test. These come out clear, absolutely fine. Your doctor's going to send you home. But sometimes early detection is the best. So if you have these symptoms, get checked up. We're going to come to the lifestyle changes that we can also make. But again, the question is, why is this happening? We understood through COVID, the attack on the lungs was inflammatory in nature. It's a cytokine storm. Cytokines are part of your immune system. They switch on, but they should switch off. When they can't switch off, they start to attack your own lungs. And we see the same thing happening in the heart, where inflammation goes out of control, and inflammation causes you to have your heart problem or your cardiac problem. And we're learning this because we've gone through this pandemic together, and we know that it is inflammatory in nature and inflammation gets out of control, which is why it is extremely important for us to understand that inflammation is the root cause of most diseases today. And our lifestyle has to be anti-inflammatory in nature. You can be the healthiest person in the world, but if you have uncontrollable inflammation in your body, yes, you can have all of these conditions which are caused by inflammation. So what's the first easiest way to bring down inflammation? It is sleep. We have to understand this. It may seem too simple for people to want to believe it, but we all know today the science documents sleep. So we need to understand why we try to cut down our food and cut down our diet, which is extremely important. Sleep deprivation and chronic stress. Yes, everyone may have that problem, but my question is, what are you doing about it? Because if it is a risk factor for uncontrollable inflammation and heart problem, yes, you have to do something about it. Once you get your tests done, also get your lipid profile done, because out of control triglyceride levels is a heavy risk factor. Your doctors will probably tell you, go home, change your lifestyle, sleep better, look after your stress levels, eat better, and come back to us a month later. And a month later, your cholesterol levels are in place. So there are always risk factors. Now, someone who has total cholesterol, which is high, and they have other risk factors, like they're heavy smokers, they're heavy drinkers, they don't sleep well, they don't eat right, your doctor will put you on medication, mostly out of precaution. If your family history is really bad, they will assess everything within you. Your overall lifestyle has to be assessed. But now, how can you look after your heart during these periods? especially if you are a COVID recovery patient and you experience these symptoms. You want to get your ECG checked, you want to get your 2D echo, and you want to get your stress test checked again. Very, very important for you. You want to look at your diet. You must have control over the way you eat. You need to understand everything you eat impacts your health and your disease. It's as simple as that. You eat the right way, you do not feed disease. You eat the wrong way, you feed disease. We want to be careful of deep fried foods. We want to be careful of fast foods, which are fried and deep fried in the same oil over and over again. A lot of Indian households also tend to reuse the oil. They'll deep fry something in the morning and they'll use the same oil to cook in the afternoon and at night. That is detrimental to your heart. Why? Inflammation. And that is why fast food is so bad for you. Number one, the quality. Number two, those French fries you have are being fried in the same oil over and over again before they're changed a couple of hours later. So you increase inflammation in your body. Today, inflammation is not just heart problems. Inflammation is cancer, dementia, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, diabetes, fat gain, metabolic syndrome. All of it is medically linked with inflammation. So when you're looking at prevention, when you're looking at recovering from a disease, your plan has to revolve around anti-inflammatories, reducing inflammation. When you reduce inflammation, your body works for you and not against you. So we spoke about sleep, we spoke about stress. If you have sleep deprivation, you need to fix it. There are several ways to fix it. We've done a video for that. That's on YouTube, and maybe someone from my team will post that video. When it comes to chronic stress, again, the answer is within you. Yes, it's unfortunate that you have problems in your life. It's unfortunate that maybe relationships are not good, your relationship with your boss isn't good, there are money problems, all of that. It's unfortunate. I sympathize with you, but I also inspire you that the answer is with you. What can you accept? What can you let go of? Why are you so attached all the time that increases more and more stress? Why are you trying to be in control all the time of things that you cannot control? The very simple logic of trying to control things that are uncontrollable equals massive stress, chronic stress that affects your heart, your brain, and every single organ in the human body. So sometimes we need to do the work. We need to live a life of discipline and self-work to reduce our stress. It's easy to project and blame all of your shortcomings and misfortunes on other people, but that only increases your stress. Projection never reduces your stress, it increases your stress. So yes, whether it's meditation, silence, exercise, the right relationship, spending time with the right people who uplift you, you got to find ways to reduce your chronic stress. Even if it means giving up some things. You've taken on too much on your plate in life, too much because you're ambitious. You want to do so much, but it's destroying your health. You don't want to be the person who's achieving in business but losing on health. You don't want to be that person because sometimes money can't buy back lost health. You got to find that balance for you. Okay? When it comes to dietary changes, sugar and junk food, the more sugar you eat, the more junk food you consume, the more inflammation you produce in your body. And everything is inflammatory in nature. You want to cut down inflammation? At least Monday to Saturday, get off white sugar. Stop eating junk. Stop eating out of a packet. Get 5 to 6 days in a week right. Your weekend, one of the days or two of them, eat in moderation. Have a little bit. It's okay. You don't have to be rigid. There are extremely healthy people who live. They have sugar, they have alcohol, they have everything. But in balance. In balance. You can be that person and it's bio-individual. It works differently for everyone. Your diet. You want fruits. You want nuts, you want seeds, you want legumes, you want your lentils, you want your whole grains, you want your spices. All of these are highly anti-inflammatory in nature. If you're not eating foods that can reduce inflammation, you have a big problem. So again, when you make your plate look like a rainbow, you have everything in it. I think the Indian diet is a diet of wisdom. It's people who make the Indian diet seem wrong. By overconsumption, the change in ingredients, moving from whole ingredients to refined ingredients, using the wrong oils, sedentary lifestyle, sleeping less, too much of stress. But when you look at our own Indian garam masala, which has all the spices in, all of these spices are medically and scientifically documented to be the most anti-inflammatory spices. Today, when I look at most of my patients across Mayo Clinic, Sloan's and all of that stuff, they're eating 90% Indian food and 10% the others. They're learning. And what's happening back in our country? We're adopting all of the Western ways of eating and we're reducing the consumption of Indian food, not understanding that we have food wisdom and food synergies from our spices to our grains, to the combinations of certain vegetables and the way that we cook it. There's the right way to consume it or the wrong way to consume it. Labeling Indian food as unhealthy, nope. You got to label your lifestyle as unhealthy and your choices and the way you eat it. Indian food is extremely healthy when you do it the right way. So this is what a balanced diet needs to look like. Yes, if you have too much of inflammation, going off dairy will reduce your inflammation. At the same time, cutting it down will also reduce your inflammation. So you don't have to do the all or nothing. You got to find a midway that works for your body type. It's impossible to tell people that this is what you should do because everyone's different. So you got to sleep better. You got to eat better. You got to move more, rest more. Another problem which contributes to cardiac problems are people overtraining and not resting enough, or people undertraining, not working out enough. People overeating and people undereating. That also causes inflammation in the body. But coming back to our point, yes, we are seeing a lot of cardiac patients, especially over the last 1 month. Our cardiac rehab program has literally hit the roof. And why? We're trying to understand why. This wasn't the case 6 months to 8 months ago. It's because we're seeing a commonality of post-COVID patients having cardiac problems. So again, you don't have to get paranoid. You don't have to get anxious. You got to just do the right things. If you have the symptoms, get yourself checked. And while you get yourself checked, make these lifestyle changes so that you can protect your heart. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, breathe deep, and remember, you care is all about you.